Hello and welcome back to Arcanum. I'm your host, the social solipsist. Still mad at this grumpy old man. Uh, on this Friday evening, I am joined by Bourbon on the Rocks and Sour Patch Kids. Because I'm a fucking adult, and nobody's gonna tell me otherwise. So here we are, trying to figure out what to do with this dude. Now, I have been told in the comments of the last episode, gives you some idea of my recording timeline here, that supposedly Bernard does have something to say about this whole situation. So I'm going to gather everyone back up and see if we can't figure the rest of this out. Where does he live anyway? Is this his house? Okay. Oh, I failed to mention, we are back at 1080p right now. Interesting. There are some scrolling issues, but it's not totally borked. Shout out again to Narzul for that testing release he gave me of the direct draw wrapper that he wrote. It worked a treat. Obviously, the whole thing is a big old hack, so the fact that it works at all is a miracle. So whatever little hiccups remain or were there originally, I hardly can say anything bad about. The fact that he cranked this out, or they cranked it out in like 2 days, pretty sweet. So props to them for doing that. I know that some people did express a preference for the lower resolution at some point. I will get around to setting that back. It's just that given the other difference, there are less bugs in the full screen version is basically what I'm getting at. So to go back to the windowed version to a different resolution could be very painful. And so I'd like to have ample time to test that out before I record like that. But I digress. Let's save real quick and then see if we can't talk to Bernard in the morning. But he sure doesn't want to talk to me, and I don't understand why. Do I need to talk to grumpy old man again? Last sent me to ask about a ring. Leaving. You still don't want to say anything to me. What the fuck? Okay. What if I go into your house? Or maybe I need to bother you in the middle of the night, climb in your window? Well, this may just be a dead end. Presumably I can resolve it by being better at pickpocketing. It was also pointed out to me by same fellow, Horst CM, was it, I think, that Probably the reason I can't sneak is because I'm wearing all this shit. Particularly the boots. Which, yeah, at least noise, that they have a noise penalty. I don't actually know, I feel like we've looked at this before, but I don't know that my noise penalty is explicitly noted anywhere. Please excuse the sirens in the background. I live like 2 blocks from a fire station. And they are quite loud. What am I even looking at? Yeah, I don't think that noise penalty is listed anywhere. You just have to know the collective cost. Although it seems to be mostly limited to armor and footwear. Like, body armor and footwear, that is. Anyway. What happens if we bother Bernard in the middle of the night? Bernard, what do you do all day? Do you just sit out and talk, or just look out off the docks? Is that... Huh. Apparently he leaves his front door unlocked. Which is curious. No. Come back here. Wow. So I moved it forward 8 hours again, and now he's back out on the dock. Now that it's 10 p.m., he can come inside. Is he gonna get straight in bed? Hello there. Getting straight into bed. Fuck. Alright, let's take one last crack at this. How far back was this? Have I already talked to... It does seem like the load times have not been fixed, but that might not necessarily be because of me, or because of the mod. It might be because of my system. That might just be some sort of new unfixable thing. Bernard. Fella. I'd like to be a little less welcome. Can you... Well... I'm lost. Let's go back one more. See how far out we are after that. I think it's going to be substantial, though. Have we already talked to you completely? I think so. Okay. Let's just see. I might have to check and see in my footage where I made that save and figure out what I did in the in-between. To make sure I don't miss doing anything again. Well, coming in through your window, bud. I ask your name. Apparently I haven't talked to her yet in this... I haven't talked to Gladys yet in this save. Okay, let's give that a try real quick. If this works, I'll do the remainder of it off screen so you guys don't have to watch me do everything again. But I also need to remember which one is Gladys's house. I think she's further north. Oh shit, have I even talked to Linnea or whatever in this save? Probably not, huh? Okay. Off to Archibald. Now that we've triggered the quest. I feel like I've also broken that Praetor's Daughter quest, but maybe we'll double check on that. I'm a little confused why this is behaving so much differently. It is installed on a hard drive, not my SSD, so my thought is that, like, maybe the load times could be because of fragmentation, but it's a pretty high performance drive. I can't fathom that that would be the case, especially when the size of the game is so small. It's like a few hundred megs. What's your name? Bernardo, you the son of Archibald. Fuck. So, okay. I'll fix this in post. Gladys thinks your father might know something about a ring. Not this again. Every month or so, she finds someone to send over here to try and get that ring from my father. This is so tiresome, really. One would think they were school children the way they carry on. What do you mean? My sister and Gladys's son were engaged to be married some 20 years ago. Then the plague came. He shakes his head in sadness. They both died, along with Gladys's husband. The ring she sent you here to find was the engagement ring her son gave my sister. Then why does she say it was stolen? I don't know. It is some perverse game they have been playing over the last 10 years. She finds someone to come look for the ring. My father yells at them and sends them away. It's really the only contact either of them has with the outside world. Have you tried to talk sense into them? Yes, but I gave up on them long ago. Just like I'm about to give up on this quest. My father doesn't want to hear anything about it from me. He just sits around, waiting for the next fellow to come around, asking about the ring so he can yell at them. Excuse me. Okay. Well, I'm gonna pause. Between episodes, I'm gonna go look at what else I need to catch up on. If it's a pain in the ass, I'm probably not gonna bother. Or we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Like, if I have to redo, like, an hour's worth of work or something, which would be on the extreme end, but, you know, then maybe not. We'll figure it out. Alright. Next time.